Hi everybody, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Adrienne and welcome to our socially distanced Tai Chi Healing Energies class this morning. Gonna have fun and relax, get grounded together. Just a couple of things I do want to mention before I get started. Because this is being recorded, it's important to know that when I tell you to do certain things, I'm going to be mirroring you. Might not always work, the fault will lie with me most likely, but hopefully when I say go left, I mean go to your left and vice versa. So if we're doing this and I say put your left arm up, your left arm goes up, and we'll keep that in mind. The other thing I would like to mention is that if you have any questions for me, especially if you're watching this on the Facebook live stream, go ahead, ask your questions in the comments. I will answer them as soon as I can. If you have any questions otherwise and you're not watching this live, please send me an email so that I can answer those questions for you. Other than that, we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm also going to be doing modifications or suggesting modifications for if you are seated versus standing. So if you are standing, I want you to, again, be nice and rooted in your stance. We're going to go ahead and get grounded. If you are seated doing this, same thing. Feet flat on the floor, weight evenly sinking through the center of the feet. We do not have our legs locked. We're loose on the legs. Our spine is nice and straight. We are imagining a string suspending the head top, connecting us to the heavens while the feet connect us to the earth. And the last thing we're going to do is gently tuck the tailbone underneath. This helps plumb the spine and facilitate the ground. And again, it's the difference between standing like this and just like that. If you're sitting, it's the same thing, just a very small tuck of the tailbone underneath to help ground you. The other thing is keep the arms open and rounded so we're not restricting the flow of chi, our body's personal energy. So now that we feel nice and grounded with the weight really sinking down through the soles of the feet, we're going to start some basic movement. So allow the arms to float up in front of you with the wrists leading the way. When they're shoulder height, they extend, they come back and sink back down. And again, the arms rise up in front, they extend, back and down. Do this a couple more times, actually a few more times, and in just a second we're going to get our chi energy involved in this movement. Again, your chi is your body's personal energy, lives in your body's dantians, which are storehouses. The dantian we're going to work with this time is the lower dantian again, about 2 finger widths below the navel and about 3 inside. Typically speaking, chi moves up the back and down the front. So as we do this movement next, when the arms raise up, I want you to imagine you're pulling your chi energy up your back and over your head. Allow that energy to fill your arms as they extend. Bring that energy back and let it sink back down. And again, bringing that chi energy up the back. Allow it to fill the arms. Bring it back to the shoulders and let it return to the dantian. Do this a few more times. This is a very good exercise to get the body warmed up, to begin connecting the entire body together. It's also really good for anxiety, this repetitive motion. We'll do this one last time. So again, making sure that chi energy comes up and over the head. Let it fill the arms, bring it back, and return it to the dantian. Keep your ground here, and this time we're going to go ahead, let the arms come up the center of the chest, the palms rotate overhead, and then they float gently to the sides. So again, nice and grounded, really feeling the weight sink down through the feet, palms rotate overhead, arms down to the sides. From here, the chi is going to spread to fill the entire body from the dantian and then close back to it as the arms fall. So I want you to feel a nice opening and internal stretch as the arms rise, and then a gentle closing as they softly fall. A couple more times, just like that, giving a nice stretch. One last time. And then again, from this nice grounded position, this time we're going to sweep the arms out to the sides, and the hands will come down the center of the chest, palm down. So right away, let the chi fill the body here. Feel that nice stretch on the inside. Return the chi to the dantian. Take just a second to feel grounded. And again, arms up, chi fills the body, and return it to the dantian. Do this a few more times. So want to make note that you'll likely notice that your shoulders might pop or crack a little bit more with one of these motions or the other. That's perfectly normal. We don't want to overdo it. We just want to keep things nice and gentle. So last one of these. Good. So take a second if you need to. You can always take a second, step it out, move your hips a little bit, whatever you need to do. The next thing we want to do all together is breathe. Hopefully we've been doing that up until this point. We're going to make it a little bit more concentrated. So we're going to be practicing embryonic breathing. When we take air in, when I say hang, we are going to very gently pull our stomach in and allow it to relax back out when we exhale when I say ha. This is a very gentle pulling in and allowing it to relax back out. We're of course going to combine this with movements. For the first 3 breaths we take all together, we will stand in the grounded position or sit. If we're sitting, we have our hands on our knees. If we're standing, we have our arms crossed in front of us, one palm in the other. Us ladies, we are going to have our right hand inside our left palm. For you gentlemen, it's going to be just the opposite. You want your right hand to the outside. We're going to take 3 breaths in just like that. Then for those of us standing, we'll inhale, allow the arms to come up. We'll exhale and bend over very gently. If you're seated, when we come to that point, your hands are going to be palm down on your knee. And as we inhale, you're turned and look first to your left and then back to center. With the next inhale, you will turn and look to your right and back to center and keep going with that. Then all together, we will inhale, the arms will rise to cross in front of us. We will exhale, one arm will go up, the other will go down. We'll inhale, arms will cross in front again, and then as we exhale, that'll switch. It's as though one arm pushes up on heaven, the other pushes down on earth. This is going to give a really nice stretch both inside and outside of the body while you're filling and exhaling. So going ahead and starting, take a second to make sure you feel nice and grounded. Again, hand is either crossed in front or face down, palms down on the knees if you're sitting. Go ahead and start. Hang and inhale and ha, exhale. Hang, inhale, ha, exhale. Hang, ha. Hang, the arms float up in front if we're standing. And ha, sink the weight down through the feet, bend over, hang, inhale, raising from the feet, and ha, exhale. Hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha. Last time bending over on this sequence. Hang. Allow the arms to cross gently in front and ha. As you exhale, your left arm goes up, your right arm goes down. Hang. Arms cross in front again. And ha. As you exhale, your right arm goes up, your left arm goes down. And hang. Ha. Left arm up. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. on each side. Hang, ha. Hang, ha. The next inhale, arms float out to the sides. Hang, ha. They relax open. Hang, the arms cross in front, your right wrist over left. Ha, relax together. And hang, keep the wrists together, flip them inside, and ha. Very nice. Again, that breathing sequence has been modified to kind of make it more approachable for all of us. We're going to, famous words in any of my classes, do that exact same thing again. This time, because we're a little bit more warmed up, we're going to relax into it a little bit, and we're going to soften as we go excuse me, through these exercises. The other thing I want you to do is pay attention to being soft on the feet. In Tai Chi, we do a lot of weight shifting. So for this, I want you to really soften and look for that weight shift. For the first couple of parts, we're going to be double weighted. When we are standing here, we're double weighted. When the arms float up and sink back down, we are double weighted. However, when the arms come up, in this case, you have your arms crossed and you're getting ready to raise your left arm up. So in order to give the left arm that power, you're going to shift your weight just a little bit over to the right to allow that to happen. Right now, my weight is more on the right while the left arm is up. Then we come back to center, we're double weighted here again, and then we shift the weight over to the left while the right arm goes up and the left arm presses down. And then that changes. So again, the arms will come to cross in the middle, we are double weighted, we shift the weight over as the arms raise, back to center, and then again, shift the weight over to the left as the right arm goes up. I know I'm asking you to pay attention to the weight shift while you're grounded and change your breathing pattern. Realistically, I know it's a lot. The more you practice, the better it'll feel. So let's go ahead and do that. If you stepped out of your ground, go ahead, take just a moment to feel nice and grounded again. Starting with those 3 breaths in all together. Hang, inhale, pull the stomach in, and ha, exhale and relax. Hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, the arms float up in front, and ha, hang. If you're doing this from a seated position, ha, you are gently turning your head from one side to the other to provide that nice stretch. Hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha. Last one. Hang. We rise slowly from the feet, arms cross in front, and ha. As your left arm goes up, your weight shifts to the right. Then hang, the arms cross in front again, and ha. Your right arm goes up as your weight goes left. Then hang, ha. Weights on the right, left arm up. Hang, ha. 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 Do one more set of those. Hang, ha. out to the sides, double weighted. Ha. Hang, the arms cross in front, right wrist over. Ha. Hang. Ha. Very nice. Hopefully that felt a little bit more natural the second time than it did the first time through. The next thing we're going to do is the Chinese cultural facial massage, because that is going to bring increased blood, qi, and oxygen, and also collagen, so we're fighting wrinkles, to the face as we massage it. This is meant to be done as a stimulating massage, so you want to do it, I'm going to say, as stimulating, quickly, and vigorous as feels good to you, especially if you're doing it in the morning. This massage can also be done at night if your intention is to make it a relaxing massage. But since we are practicing together, for most of us, in this time zone at least, it's in the morning, so we're going to go ahead and make this a vigorous massage. We start by rubbing the hands together to really accumulate our healing qi energy in the palms. All of these rubs are going to be done in sets of 36. So we will go with that. Once we have the qi energy accumulated between the palms, and we're looking for warmth built right between the palms, if nothing else, we want to take the chill off our hands so they're not ice cubes when we touch our faces. First thing we're going to do is take this nice healing qi energy that we've accumulated, take the hands, cup the hands over the eyes, and take this energy to the backs of the eyes. They might feel as though they have a nice warm blanket wrapped around them. If you're wondering if your eyes should be opened or closed, I encourage you to listen to your body. Once that warm energy has dissipated somewhat, start rubbing your face in an up and down vigorous motion, counting to yourself 36 times. Each up and down rub is 1 count. Once we have finished rubbing the face up and down, the next thing we're going to do is rub around the ears. Again, 36 times, rubbing on the ears, around the ears, behind the ears. Again, listening to the body and what it's telling you is correct for you right now. After we've rubbed around the ears, the next thing we do is a pull down motion along the sides of the nose. For this one, we are only pulling down. We are not pushing back up here. After we have rubbed along the sides of the nose, the next thing is going to be back and forth along the jawline, but I'm going to encourage all of you to unclench your teeth first. Nice and relaxed jawline, and then back and forth. Same thing, 36 rubs. Last part of this facial massage is going to be the throat or thyroid area. So thumb on one side, 4 fingers on the other, and up and down, doing half of these rubs with one hand and half with the other. And also taking care not to extend the neck. We are not doing this. We are keeping that head top flat because we're grounded and the head is still lifting the body. I can feel at least a few of my students out there going, oh my gosh, is she going to forget the lower back massage? And the answer is no, I'm not going to forget the lower back massage, which is the exception to the facial massage rule, where everything is done 36 times. We're now going to do the lower back massage and do this 49 times. We rub from the waist in a V shape down towards the tailbone using the palms of the hands. We can't use the palms of the hands. We use the backs of the hands like this, or even the thumbs like this. However we do it, we're doing the best we can, but we're also staying relaxed and not overdoing or pushing too much. I don't know about you all, but I feel better from that. I really needed that. All right, so next thing we're going to do is a little bit of a chi building exercise. So again, your chi is your body's personal energy. It's my personal philosophy that the faster I can get you to feel your chi moving around your body, one, the faster you'll stop thinking I'm crazy every time I mention your healing chi energy, and two, it makes it a little bit easier from my observations for students to really make progress. So for this, I want you to be relaxed into it and be open. So go ahead, take a second and get yourself nice and grounded, whether you are seated or standing. Just take a second, check in with the body, you're light on the legs, the weight is evenly sinking through the feet, spine is straight, tailbone gently tucked. Good. Keep the shoulders straight down as you do this, but allow the arms to rise in front of you, palms facing one another. From here, we're simply going to separate the hands and bring them back together, and separate them and bring them back together. What we are doing is trying to build a ball of chi, or to accumulate chi between the palms. So really pay attention to any sensations that are going on in your palms as you do this. When they come together, you might almost feel as though they're magnets repulsing one another. You might also feel as though you're compressing air between the palms. Once this chi really starts to build, you might also notice as you separate your hands, it almost feels as though there's a string connecting them, bringing them back together. So we'll just do a few more of these. I will also note that if you do not feel anything, especially if this is your first time or two practicing Tai Chi, that is perfectly normal. What we want to do is the next time we have the hands together, we want to take a second and just kind of define this ball. Your ball might be smaller, it might be larger. It might be helpful if you are one of those imaginative people to give your ball a color. What I want you to do now that we have this ball, and this is where we're going to see if I know my mirror right from my left, I want you all to take this ball and carry it gently to your left. Allow your left arm to drop down while your right arm remains on top. Then turn very slowly back to center, the palms face one another, then turn around to your right, letting the right arm drop down and the left arm be on top. We are doing a very gentle turn from the waist here. We're back to center, and then carry that ball over to your left. Turn back to center, and carry that ball over. If you're seated, this exercise is doing a lot to build and strengthen the core muscles. If you're standing, it's doing the same in addition to building those leg muscles. If you are seated, I want you to imagine that every time you're carrying the ball to one side, the weight is shifting to the other side. So if you have the ball on your left, your weight is on the right, and vice versa. When the ball is on your right, the weight's on the left. So this is actually a form of a moving meditation. Simply standing here in this grounded position, gently and slowly carrying this ball back and forth. I'm going to add on for those of you that are standing, and I'm going to ask that within the room you have allowable, take about 2 steps over to your left. Go ahead, keep working with this ball. We're going to take this ball, carry it to your right and back to your left, simply turning from the waist, and to your right, back to your left, right. We're going to step out. The next time the ball is on your left, step out with your right foot, carry the ball back to center. As you turn the ball to your left or to your right, step in with your left foot, back to center, and then step out together to close. Step out when you carry the ball, close, step out, close. One more time, so step out, close. Then we'll carry this ball back and forth a couple of times, and then we're going to turn around and go back the other way. So getting ready to do that, the next time the ball is on your right, right now, we'll step out with the left foot, carry the ball to center, bring the right foot into close, carry the ball, step out, close, step out, close, step, close, step, close. I want you to keep this motion going for just a second. If you are feeling any buzzing, tingling, pins and needles sensation, warmth, prickly feelings in your hands, what you are feeling is your chi flowing. So one of the things we want to do is try to build chi as we do this. So I want everyone to pause, keep the sensation of the chi in your hands, and then go ahead, take your hands and place them on your lower abdomen. Imagine you are returning this chi you've just accumulated to your lower dantian. I do want you to pay attention to any sensations going on underneath your hands. It's going to feel different for every person, and not feeling a thing is perfectly fine. It does not mean it's not working. It simply means that we're not able to feel it as yet. But you might notice warmth, you might notice a little bit of tingling under your hands as well. Once those sensations stop, go ahead, take a second, do what you need to do to step out of it. Make sure you are feeling nice and relaxed here. Good. Gonna go ahead, one of the last things I want to do with you all this morning is an arm opening exercise. And this is because I had several people reach out to me after my last live video and say, hey, this is great, my shoulders really hurt, what can I do to help with that? So this is going to be one of those exercises that can be done, but we want to do it very gently. I'm also going to say that if you are seated and cannot easily get you're going to use both arms with this. If you can't easily get your arm behind your back, it is better to let it relax to your side than it is to pick it up and force it to go behind your back over the arm of a chair, for example. So with this, really listen to your body. What I want everyone to do is get nice and grounded in whatever that position looks like for them. So if you're standing, again, nice and relaxed, straight spine, legs light, weight evenly through the center of the feet. We'll go ahead, let the arms float up in front of us. What we're going to do is drop them. So we will, can you close that? Drop the arms down like that. And then they will come back up and drop down like that. Sorry about that. That's what happens when I get a phone call while doing a Facebook Live, apparently. So going back to where we were with these arm opening exercises, from a nice grounded position, we are going to let the arms float up to the sides. And then what we're going to do is shift our weight over to the right and let the right arm come up to gently tap the other shoulder. The other arm is lightly tapping the back like that. So then, can you make sure that kept going? Good. Then as we inhale the next time, the arms will come that way. So nice, relaxed, and together. So nice and grounded. We will let the arms rise up to the sides. We're going to shift our weight to the right. Right arm comes up to tap the left shoulder. And then we're going to be arms out to the sides again, shift the weight the other direction. And then again, arms open and shift the weight. Open, shift. Open and shift. Open. Good. We want to try to make this nice and relaxed. So more dropping the arms. And I will say too, when we're bringing the arms up to the sides, we want to keep it nice and relaxed. Just going to demonstrate, if you are seated when you do this, your movement is going to be more like this. And again, back to the standing movements. Gonna go a couple more times in both directions. And last one. Good. So just relax out of that. Two more things I'm going to ask you to do. One of them is going to be, again, rub those hands together. We want to reaccumulate this healing chi energy. This is something you will see me do multiple times in all of my classes. This time we're more warmed up, so you might really start to notice that warmth building in the palms. Once you have that, I want you to go ahead and give yourself a hug. We just put a little bit of strain on the shoulders, so let's take some of that good healing chi energy to the shoulders. Really pay attention to the sensations underneath your hands. You might notice a softening and a loosening and things just kind of dropping down in the shoulders. If you notice that, I will encourage you to, as often as it occurs to you, to go ahead, rub those hands together to accumulate that chi energy and consciously take that energy wherever your body tells you it's needed. It might be your shoulders, especially if I've made you do lots of this and that. It might be your knees, depending on what you have going on. It might be hips, whatever works, whatever your body needs. The rubbing the hands together and intentionally taking that healing energy there will be helpful. The last thing I would like to leave you all with is a hand massage. This is going to be particularly good for anyone that is suffering from arthritis or anything like that. Under the current socially distant thing, I know a lot of people are also making masks. Give yourself a couple of seconds to do this hand massage. It will make a difference. So we are going to start, whichever hand you want to start with, feel free to. We're going to use one hand to massage the other. So in this case, this is the hand that's going to be massaged. I'm going to take the thumb of the other hand, rub once around the thumb, then rub once towards the forefinger and middle finger, and once towards the ring finger and pinky finger. I've done that once. Now I'm going to do it 8 more times, so I've got doing it a total of 9 times. So if that was 1, then we'll do 2, and 3, and 4, and so on until we have done it 9 times. I will leave it entirely up to you all to determine how much pressure feels good. There's going to be some days where you might want to do this lightly, other days you'll want to really push in there with the thumb. Once we've massaged the palm those 9 times, that set of 3, 9 times, we're going to start with the thumb and pull out. Again, use the amount of pressure that feels good to you. Same thing with that forefinger. We are going to pull it out 9 times. With the middle finger, we start pushing in. Same thing with the ring finger, we push in 9 times. And with that pinky finger, make sure you do all of the fingers separately. They are all equally deserving of the amount of love. Take just a second and notice the difference between the hands that you have. The one you just massaged likely feels more light, it feels airy. The one you haven't massaged is probably kind of eh. So let's go ahead and show the same amount of love to this hand. So same thing, we are going to take the thumb of the opposite hand, rub once around the base of the thumb, once towards the forefinger and middle finger, and then once towards the ring finger and pinky finger. And now we are going to do that 8 more times. So that was 2, and 3, 4, and so on. I will say too, this massage is also really great from anyone suffering from poor circulation. It really helps to move the blood around. Once we massage the palm, again with the thumb, we will pull out 9 times. And the same thing with the forefinger. I do encourage all of you to practice this massage from the pinky or middle finger on, we push in. You will most likely find it very helpful. I have several clients that have reported a lot less arthritis symptoms from doing this. A couple of artist friends that find it very helpful as well. So good. Take a second and enjoy how nice those hands feel. In keeping with the, it helps with circulation issues, that hand massage also makes an absolute wonderful foot massage. You do it almost the exact same way, except with the foot. If this is my foot, my toes are up here, I'm going to take the heel of my hand and pull it down like that to help facilitate chi flow. That's really the only difference. If you have any questions on anything we've talked about today, or would like a digital copy of how to do the face massage and the hand massage, please send me an email, taichiavk@gmail.com. You can also reach out to me through my website. One thing I do real quickly want to talk about is World Tai Chi Day. World Tai Chi Day is held on the fourth Saturday of April and has been, honestly, I don't know how long it's been going on, but it's always that fourth Saturday in April. This year, officially, it has been changed to the last Saturday in May due to the fact that almost nowhere in the world are we allowed to do large gatherings. However, the World Tai Chi and Qigong Day Association has asked that we all practice from our own homes on April 25th in keeping with the spirit of that. World Tai Chi Day, the thought behind it is, and the motto behind it is, one world, one breath. This day is specifically designed for people that practice Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation, and I will even honestly, and I'm hopefully don't get too much grief for this, throw in yoga or any of those practices, all come together at 10 a.m. in the morning to their local time zone. The thought is that good energy builds on itself and becomes a wave that goes around the world. If you start to think I'm crazy, please Google the shamanic frequency of the earth and look at how sometimes mass meditations can change the frequency that the earth vibrates at. So there's actually science that backs up the thought behind World Tai Chi Day. Regardless, I will be practicing and hosting World Tai Chi Day on April 25th. Stay tuned for more details from that. I will also do the same thing on May 30th this year. Unfortunately, here in Virginia, I'm not going to, unless things change, we are on lockdown until June 10th, so even if World Tai Chi Day is held officially on May 30th, I will not be able to have an outdoor gathering. I will say the next month that we can, we will definitely come together and host an outdoor celebration for World Tai Chi Day. So do keep up on my website, look for more videos.
What is the website?
My website, www.taichiavk.com. All my information, contact information, all of that is on there. And again, stay tuned for more announcements on how exactly we can celebrate World Tai Chi Day together. If nothing else, look for a video celebration you can follow along with on my website. And from that, I will say thank you for giving me so much of your time for this mini class. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you.